In terms of how I use mind mapping in my personal life, as well as my business life, the use of mind mapping for goal setting is unquestionable. I mean, if you were to type in mind mapping and goal setting into Google, you will come up with tens of thousands of results. It is an incredibly powerful tool at making you look at your life objectively. It allows you to see what you need to achieve, what you want to achieve, and allows you to work out how to achieve it. Quite often what I like to do is look at other goal setting processes. Anthony Robbins, phenomenal individual at giving you a roadmap in terms of how to create your goals, your life, which are work and personal goals. And quite often what I do is I look at a process like that and I say, right, I'm going to follow that process, but I'm going to mind map that process. So as I go through it, I'm not going to write notes, I'm going to create mind maps. And it just seems to bring the information out. It creates an evolving document, because of course the mind map can just expand and you can change things and you can code things and you can color things. It just seems to make it more real. And in terms of goal setting, it's all about vision and visualization, and the ability for the mind map to contain visualizations again makes it more effective. If you're talking about your wealth goals, well, put an image of the house that you want on the mind map, of the car that you want, of the imagery of the money that you want. In terms of spiritually, you can put images that represent what you want to achieve personally in a spiritual way. So the mind mapping as a tool for goal setting is very, very effective. So what are the actions that need to happen to enable us to fulfill the goals of an organization? What is the change that is necessary? And the use of mind mapping is a way to facilitate that, because one, it allows you to sit down with individuals, it allows you to capture the information that they need to get across in a very clear and objective way, and it allows you to make people part of the process of change management. It makes them have ownership of what's happening within the organization. So the ability to set goals and to manage change is very important. One of the areas where we find mind mapping extremely effective is in the coaching area, the sort of performance coaching of individuals, and that includes setting goals for individuals personally within the organization. So we map out with our individuals, well, what's important to them within the company, what's important to their company about the roles that they do, what things do they do well, so we have green branches, what things haven't they done well, which are their red branches, what things do they need to be improved on, which are yellow branches. Now these become evolving and growing documents, because quite often the reds turn into the development needs. The development needs, as they're achieved, turned into the greens in terms of the strengths. And performance coaching and goal setting through the use of mind maps is highly effective. Another piece of advice is, when you actually create your personal goals as a mind map, if you're using software, always print it out. Print that mind map out and print out the sections of the mind map that are important to you. So if you've got your work goals and your personal goals and your social goals and your wealth goals all on the same map, print out that whole map and put that somewhere where you can see it. But also print out each of the main branches individually and take it to where that would be most appropriate. So your work goals, they should be with you in work. That mind map should be there. It should be something that you can see and review all the time, so that you can continually add to it. If you haven't got the computer in front of you, just add with pen and paper, and then put it onto the computer when you come back. But make it real, print it out, put it up, so that you can actually follow the goals that you've set yourself. A personal story from me in terms of how effective mind mapping has been in terms of helping me achieve my goals is the fact that over a decade ago, one of my branches had a list of the people that I wanted to work with. Tony Bazan was one of those individuals. It was a goal that I aspired to achieve over many, many years, and that required lots of communication. All of these were on my branches. How can I end up working with Tony Buzan that's created such a powerful process? How can I duplicate that on a computer in a way that's never been done before? And I monitored that over a decade, and eventually I achieved it.